Hello everyone. Today, Government of Karnataka, Department of Collegiate Education, Government Women's College, Hunsur, Mysore District, with Library and Information Center in collaboration with IQAC is organizing national level webinar on resources for enhancing research productivity. On this occasion, I request Srimati Ambujakshi G. Madam, who is the Assistant Professor of Political Science Department of our college, to start the program with a song.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಭವಮೋಚಕ ಭವಮೋಚಕ ಭಗವತ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವ ಅವನೀಶಗೆ ಪೇಳ್ದವ ನೀನಲ್ಲವೇ. ಭವಮೋಚಕ ಭಗವತ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವ ಅವನೀಶಗೆ ಪೇಳ್ದವ ನೀನಲ್ಲವೇ. ಶಿವನೇ ನಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇವಕನಯ್ಯ, ದುರ್ಮನ ಬಿಡಿಸಯ್ಯ, ದುಮ್ಮಾನ ಬಿಡಿಸಯ್ಯ, ದುರ್ಮನ ಬಿಡಿಸಯ್ಯ, ದುಮ್ಮಾನ ಬಿಡಿಸಯ್ಯ. ಶಿವನೇ ನಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇವಕನಯ್ಯ. ವೈಕಾರಿಕ ತ್ಯಜಿಸೆ ತಾಮಸವೆಂಬ ದ್ವೈತತ್ವಗಳೆಂಬ ಶಾಕಾರಿ ಶಾರ್ವರಿ ಭವಧರ ಸಾಂಬ. ಪರಪಾದ್ಯರ ಬಿಂಬ ಪರಪಾದ್ಯರ ಬಿಂಬ. ವೈಕಲಾಸ್ಪದವ ಕಳೆದೊಮ್ಮೆಗೆ ವೈಕಲಾಸ್ಪದವ ಕಳೆದೊಮ್ಮೆಗೆ ವೈಕುಂಠಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆದೊಯ್ಯಿರಿ ಗೊರಳ. ಶಿವನೇ ನಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇವಕನಯ್ಯ, ದುರ್ಮನ ಬಿಡಿಸಯ್ಯ, ದುಮ್ಮಾನ ಬಿಡಿಸಯ್ಯ. ಶಿವನೇ ನಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇವಕನಯ್ಯ, ಶಿವನೇ ನಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇವಕನಯ್ಯ. Thank you.
Thanks, Ambujakshi ma'am, for the beautiful song. Now I request Karunakar M. Sir, who heads the Library and Information Center of our college, to give the welcome speech on this occasion.
Department of Collegiate Education, Government Women's College, Library and Information Center, in collaboration with IQAC, organizing national level webinar on resources for enhancing research productivity. I do welcome Professor Gyan Prakash, principal of our college, for this webinar, and I do welcome Dr. Sunil M.V., resource person, librarian, SDM, IMD, Mysore, for this occasion. Welcome, sir. And I welcome the program moderator of this webinar, Srimati Divya Komala, Madam, Assistant Professor in History. Welcome, Madam. I do welcome Ambujakshi, Madam, who sang invocation song on this occasion, Assistant Professor in Political Science. Welcome, Madam. I welcome Professor Pratibha Jennifer Andrade, Assistant Professor in Management, on this occasion. I do welcome Srinivas R, Technical Moderator of this webinar. Welcome, sir. And I welcome all the participants who are joined for this webinar globally and nationally. I welcome all the participants. Welcome one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Karunakar sir, to have welcomed everyone to this program. Now I request our Honorable Principal, Professor Gyan Prakash sir, to deliver his presidential address.
Respected resource person, Dr. Sunil, and my dear participants, each and every research scholar knows well that the resources play a major role in their research work. In other words, everybody knows the importance of resources in his or her research work. Our college has taken initiative in organizing these one-day national seminar to help the resource persons to show and guide the ways through which they can access their needed resources. My dear participants, take this opportunity and be present, listen to all the speakers, let their knowledge be yours and guide you in right spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Gnan Prakash sir, to have delivered the presidential address. IMD Mysore to speak on the resources for enhancing research productivity. Over to you, sir. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Government First Grade College and all the faculty members of the college and staff members for this invitation, and also to share whatever the learnings I had in my course of research and being an editor of 2 journals. What is that I learned from the collaborative activity as a media officer also in the research field. So friends, let us start without taking much of time. I think Mr. Karunakar has advised me to wind up my session exactly at 12:30. I will do so. So I have 45 minutes as of now. Okay, and then what I will do is I will open the floor for the question and answer session. We will take up the question and answer sessions and we will conclude as and when it is privileged for us. So with this note, well, thanking note, I will share the PPT and we will start the presentation session. As you all aware, research activity, the entire research activity is focused on adding new knowledge to the existing domain. It means that by our research activity, we do the activity, the research, entire research process, and what we will, oh, thank you, Karunakar. And what we will do is we will, okay. Is the screen visible to you? Okay. Okay, right. So friends, as you are all aware, research is nothing but adding certain knowledge, a new knowledge to the existing discipline. Okay, it is the existing discipline. That is the contribution from a researcher to the world of research. Okay, so in this process, it has, the research activity has 3 main components. One is human resource, which is the researcher and the guide. Of course, human resource is mainly the contribution from the researcher itself. Tangible resources. What is the tangible resources? The tangible resources are books, records, reference materials, the supports and other things which are called as tangible resources. And intangible resources. What is that intangible resources? The knowledge which we get, the social media participation, the contribution to the institute growth are the intangible resources. In the same way, the research outcome also has the tangible, intangible resources are the outcomes. Okay. And like tangible may be an article, the thesis, the conference proceedings, and the patents which you fly. Okay. All these are tangible, which you can feel, you can touch, you can analyze the things. Whereas there are certain intangible also. What is that intangible? You will grow the understanding research publication reach out. Reach out means, what is meant by reach out? How do you enhance the research productivity? Enhancing the reach out. It means that enhancing the visibility for your profile. For example, if Karunakar simply submit a CV that I am Karunakar, nobody will know that in which area he has the expertise. So, and what is his research area? Oh, so what happens is he has to say to the world saying that what is his research domain? Okay. In the same way, where he has to say it to the research community, government agencies, industry, media, public, and other research activities. Share, please see whatever the research activities you do, please share and have a proper record management, because it is worth for your profession. It will enhance your credential. How to share? Let us discuss in the next slide. Okay, have a proper accountability for your contribution, because I know many of the faculty who are very much senior professors also, when we say like, sir, how much articles you have published in this particular academic year, they will keep on say, sir, I have published one in that journal, one in this journal, and I have given a talk here, one here. This means that you will enhance the value of the total academic level credentials. Okay, and now what happens is, what is impact factor? This is one of the core thing which generally everybody wants to know about. What is this impact factor? Okay, so impact factor, when we say that it is the impact factor is generally considered as a main metric, like that. Like, for example, what is the research productivity of a particular author in a particular area, particular domain area. So that is what is called as impact factor. Okay, journal impact factor, journals have the impact factor. Okay, it means that we know that what is the impact. If you might have seen in the journal impact 1.33, 1.22, and all those things. See here, what happens is, many agencies are there which gives impact factor, but Eugene Garfield's impact factor is the real impact factor, which is monitored by Thomson Reuters. Okay, the impact factor is defined as the ratio between citation and the recent citable items published in a journal. How do we calculate? Let me show it to you. See here, what happens is the impact factors are published by a company called Thomson Reuters. Okay, impact factors shows the average number of citations per paper in a journal over a period of 2 years. It means that Thomson Reuters takes the entire publication contribution from an author, and what it will do is, it will analyze the entire publication activity of a particular author for a period of 2 years, and take the average. And to that average, what they will do is, they will analyze the citations. Citations means how many of the researcher have really used your article and cited your article. That is what they analyze. And finally, they divide the number of published paper in those years to give a figure called as impact factor. Okay, it means that you should continuously be participative in publication activity. That is the one. Second one is, you have to popularize yourself. You have to market yourself. What happens is, if you publish and keep it aside, nobody is going to read that particular article. What you have to do is, you have to publish and market the publications. You have to market your own credentials. Then only what happens is, your impact factor will enhance. See how it is calculated. This is a small diagram which is known as, see, for example, all citation in 2013 and the article published in 2009 and 10. So this is the number divided by total number of source items. It means the total number of sources. It is been divided through to get the impact factor of 3.456. It means that the journal has a very good weightage and you can publish it in this particular journal. Okay. H-index. H-index usually refers to the individual and the institutions. Okay. Institutions. Okay. H-index means how much the social impact a journal article or a research has been given by a particular author. Okay. Author or to the overall institutions. It was initiated during 2005 and rates individuals based on the career publications, and both the institution and the individuals are analyzed both in terms of quantity as well as quality numbers. That is called as H-index. So friends, please remember, impact factor is for the journal. H-index is for the individual. It is the author, and the institution. Please don't get confused yourself, because you have many of them when they are discussing about, they immediately say what is the impact factor, H index of journal. No. H index is meant for the individuals and the institutions. Impact factor is for the journal, and it takes the average consideration of 2 years of publications and how many have been cited. That is called as impact factor. So now, what do you mean by publication reach out? I think many of you are on Facebook. Okay, many of you are on Instagram. Why you are there? It is to share your opinions. It is to share your feelings. It is to share your presence. Okay, it is to share your presence. That is why we are on this particular social media. In the same way, research publication reach out is for the sharing information in a systematic manner about your research activity. Okay, about your research activity. So there are so many research those tools are called as research networking tools. Okay, so what is the core strength of research networking tools? Research networking tools are generally have an analytical capability. They say how good you are as a researcher to the entire world. So, and what happens is you can interact with them, you can mingle with the research group, and you can get the information, and also you can share the information seamlessly and integrate with your personal and institutional web page. That is the beauty of research networking tools or RN tools. One of the research networking tool which I want to introduce you is the iamResearcher. It is an open source software. Friends, what I am sharing today are available free of cost. You can enroll to this particular platform and share the researcher. And if anyone is doing a research, please enroll to this particular websites, and you can interact with the core group. For example, if you need of any article or if you need any opinion, they are there and they will allow you to browse the things. First one is iamResearcher. It is one of a Kickstart tool. If you see, there are around so many topics are there, and so many publications and events are happening in this particular open knowledge network. Please do enroll to this particular tool, which is free of cost, and you can be a one member. The second one is LinkedIn. Many of you might have heard this particular tool. Many of you are on LinkedIn, and many of you are professional in LinkedIn page also. But for the newbies, those who are not in LinkedIn, please enroll, create the website login account in LinkedIn and exhibit your profile, because LinkedIn is very much popular in the academic environment, and it will help you to you can enroll to this the visibility will be more. Once you publish any article with this particular researcher ID, it will circulate to the many community, all the members of the researcher ID, and you will be having a more visibility, and the researcher will be more. One of the important thing as a current scholar or a current researcher you have to enroll is ResearchGate. Nowadays, even in the interview, I heard in the recent interview in one of the university, they asked about what is your RG score. RG score means ResearchGate score. ResearchGate score. ResearchGate, what happens is it analyzes all the activities which you do as a researcher, like it may be a discussion forum, it may be a what they say, it may be your participation, it may be question and answer sessions, whatever it may be. Okay, all these activities will be analyzed, and with the definite analytical tool, it will give you a score. That score is called as RG score, and it is equally termed as a H-index component, and it has a valid score, and many of them feel sharing that my RG score is this much. The another one tool is Academia, okay, which is I'm not forcibly doing that particular activity. Academia, I don't recommend for that, because even the non-research are also available in Academia. So friends, what is the benefit of research network tools? If I enroll to this, what is the benefit? The first foremost is easy to manage your profile. For example, when Karunakar asked me, sir, please share your profile, I just shared the URL to him. Okay, and he borrowed the entire content from that profile. In the same way, when someone asks for your CV, someone asks for your resume or a brief profile, you need not to type or a mail or anything. Just share this particular URL and the entire information will be available over that particular link. Okay, and second one is it will be a personalized CV. It means that you can create your own style of presentation of the web presence. Then the fourth one is you can collaborate with your peers. It means that you can collaborate, you can be with your peers, you can be interactive with your interact with your similar liked person who are doing in the same research area. Provide information on report, enhancing report based current to the activities. Okay. The fifth one is, as soon as something is added to the research network tool, it will automatically add the publications, your publications, to the different repositories like DSpace, ePrints, Fedora, or any of the tools. It will automatically add. Create distributed network, okay, and see the target. For example, it has an artificial intelligence to fix the target. And it will reach the publications to the target, and oversees and fine-tune internal and external collaboration and support for the national research assessment. For example, if tomorrow you are applying for any project work, it may be a minor research project or a major research project, or it may be a UGC component project. Then what happens is, the first thing which any evaluation team does is they will immediately go to these research network tools, search in your name, and see how good as a researcher you are. Okay, even the selection committees nowadays, what happens is they immediately search your name in Google Scholar or any other research networking tool, and what they do is they will search for your presence in the research networking tools, and they analyze your activity. So it has become very much important to be in the presence of research networking tool and say, this is my research productivity, this is what I am doing, and this is my research. Okay, this is what is called as research productivity reach out. So friends, what is the benefit for academic and researcher? With this 40 minutes of presentation, ultimately there should be some takeaway. Okay, by listening to me, you should have some takeaway. So what is the takeaway? First and foremost, friends, you have understood the very concept of research productivity. It means that it is to say to the other world, saying that how much productive you are. Okay, how much productive you are in the terms of research. And also you have got to introduce so many tools where you can organize your research in a systematic manner. The third one is, it clearly demonstrates like how you can evaluate yourself in contribution of research to the domain knowledge. These are the three takeaways as academic research. Above all, friends, in the next slides, I am introducing you how you can have the Scopus author ID, researcher ID I have already introduced, RCID ID, and Google Citation ID for you. It is free of cost. I will just share the link. See, Google, creating a Google citation service. What you can do is you can visit http://scholar.google.com/citation. This is the URL. If you go to this particular URL, it will ask your Gmail account ID and password. Please log into this. Once you log in, it will give you this particular profile window. In this profile window, you please share your name, affiliation to the university, and which area of interest. And in the second, once you add your name, it automatically identify the articles which are there in your name, and it will suggest you the articles. Please add the articles, and then finally you can update by adding new articles which are not there in the citation, and update it and click on the go to profile. And this is how your profile will be visible in the Google window, Google citation window. See here, if you have not introduced your name to the Google, how do you know that Google can do such a wonderful thing? Okay, see here, the person's citations, H-index, everything has been detailed over here, and it shows the profile of this professor, Okay, so that is why we should say who you are to the internet or social media. Then the second one is ORCID. Friends, ORCID means Open Researcher and Contributor ID. Open Researcher and Contributor ID. It is a very simple thing. What you can do is you can please if you can mute someone is unmuted, please mute yourself. Mr. Prakash S. Mankade. Okay, sure. So the next ID, so to how to get into the ORCID ID is, please visit www.orcid.org. Okay, to ORCID ID. It is a very simple, straightforward registration. Once you register yourself, it will give 16-digit number, registration number to you. This will be your profile ID. If someone asks you like, what is your ORCID ID? This is the URL, the 16-digit URL which you have to give. This is the permanent URL for you. Okay, friends. The next one is Scopus Author. It is very simple thing. Go to Scopus Author ID website, www.scopus.com/Scopus/personalization. Okay, and you register yourself, and it will create the Scopus ID for you. Okay, Scopus ID for you, and through that you can do it. And the good thing about the Scopus and ORCID is they speak with each other. Both the software, both the research networking tools speak with each other. If you register ORCID ID, the data will be entirely migrated to Scopus. If you register in Scopus, it will be migrated to ORCID. That is the beauty of So friends, to conclude, as I said, Mr. Karnakar has advised me to conclude exactly at 12:30. So I have reserved last 5 minutes for conclusion session also. So friends, I want to conclude with this key 5 points. First and foremost is, see friends, nobody is going to speak for you. It is you. You have to speak about your research. You have to tell about yourself. Nobody is going to speak good things about you. You have to say about yourself. So you are the best PR for your credentials. Okay. It doesn't mean you take up a mic and shout and say that this is I am. No. That is not the way. How to say? Through research network tools. I have shared more than 10 research network tools. Please register yourself in any one of it. And what you can do is you can by registering through these networking tools, you can definitely say to the world, saying that who you are, how good you are, how good in your research. So you are the best PR for yourself. Second one is share your work and say it to the world. Friends, don't hesitate to share their work. Okay, I have seen many authors of conference proceedings. They feel very shy to share their research conference articles. They say that I have copied from XYZ. So what? So adhere to certain ethics of the research, do a good job, and say to the world, "This is my research. Okay, this is my research." And the activity in research network will benefit the parent organization. For example, tomorrow in the overall Karnataka, if you analyze what is the contribution of from the government first grade colleges, if everyone has placed their information in the research networking tool, then what happens is it shows the wealth of knowledge contributed by the research community. If assuming government first grade college Hunsur, all the faculty members contributed to the research networking tool, it totally say that how good you are. And friends, all the knowledge to the country's academic output. Then last one is, please, 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 this is my request, humble request, please do make your work, don't make your work to remain in the dust. See, once you are published, and once the thesis of your own work goes and sit in a rack, then it means what happens is, I am damn sure as a researcher you are not going to read. So instead of making those things feel the dust, please put it in research network too. Okay, at least what happens is the people will read, they will comment, and they will contribute to the wealth of society. So friends, this is what I wanted to share. And finally, I will share one of our website. I wanted to show it to you is the Indian Institute of Science website. It's called IISc profile. Okay, I'm sharing the window. Just please wait. New share. I'm sharing this. Friends, can you see this window? Karnakar, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, friends, this is how the contribution of a Indian Institute of Science website is there. It's called IISc. Please visit when you are free. IIScprofiles.iins.org. See, this shows like how many publications are there in this particular thing, and also it shows like how many articles are published, how many professors are there, assistant professors are there, and deputy librarians. What is their contribution? See here, if you see Dr. Somnath Chowdhury is the assistant professor. He has published 1,219 articles, and this is the citation statistics. Okay, see here how the clusters are been. This is the beauty of a research networking tool, and how you put everything in the research networking tool. Then building a website of this type of kind for an institution will be very easy. This will be the output of being your presence in research. So with this note, what I will do is I am concluding my presentation. I am concluding my presentation, and I think Karnakar, I am done with the presentation.
Yes, sir.
Sir, could you make us the host? Could you make Karnakar as the host?
Karnakar as the host. 1 second. Yeah. Karnakar sir, you are the host.
Yes, yes. Anusha, ಇದು mute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರದು ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay, mute. Sir, thank you so much for the session. It was very informative, and you spoke about the visibility of the research articles, which is a crucial area of of our research process. And you spoke about the way we have to network with the like-minded platforms and to use online tools to enhance our own research productivity, which was very useful. So I would like to request all the participants to send in their questions in the chat box, which is going to be will be answered in the next few minutes. So one question which has come up by Dr. Famida is that, is there any online tool to know the impact of thesis and dissertation work? So please, could you unmute yourself? Sunil sir, could you unmute yourself? Yes.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
See, as you all aware, the Indian thesis repository is Shodhaganga. Okay, Indian thesis repositories are available in Shodhaganga, and there is a website called PMI ProQuest. PMI ProQuest, where you can deposit your thesis. You can deposit your thesis, and it gives you the complete review and the citation about how many times your thesis have been viewed, how many chapters have been downloaded, how many times your thesis has received hits, and how many times your thesis has been read on online mode. Okay, so it means that PMI ProQuest is one tool which I strongly suggest to the research community, so that you can add and place your thesis in PMI ProQuest.
Okay, sir. Is there any other question by the participants?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
It was a nice presentation, but I just want to know one thing, like visibility of research paper is fine, sir, but when you want to implement your like findings from your paper and when you want it to reach the public masses, so where is the scientific community lacking in giving a societal benefit to the society? Like there are many research papers, a lot of people do 200, 300 publication, 5-10 patents and all those things. But where is the scientific community lacking in providing benefit to the common man?
Okay. Ma'am, if you consider, take an example of around 20 theses in your own domain itself. Okay. And study the recommendation and say it and just analyze what is the policy impact of those recommendation of those 20 theses itself. You will be sure that none of the theses or the recommendations have gone to the policy implementation in the government sector. Okay, it means that we hesitate to share the knowledge. Okay, if you see, for example, if you write an article, that's what the example I gave. For example, tomorrow you go and attend a conference, submit a paper, present a paper, and once you get the certificate, you put a full stop there for the entire proceeding. Actually, the activity starts once you get the certificate only. What you have to do is you have to share those particular conference papers and share it on the research networking tool and ensure that your findings, your research reach as much as possible. For example, tomorrow, if I do a research for sports management, okay, and once I complete my thesis work, I had to write to the ministry and say that, look, I have done this research, okay, and this is my findings. How many of you do? So that means that the reaching out or saying to the world, like, look, I have done the research and this is my findings and use this particular information. That is the lacuna with Indian researchers and scientists actually. What we do, we publish and keep it for ourselves. Okay, that is the activity. That is the typical behavior of Indians. We don't share. Okay, we have to share the findings. We have to say to the world, look, this is my research. then only it will reach the larger audience.
Yes, sir. We shared that through publication, but I think after completing PhD degree, if one person is really passionate, they will do startup or they, they try to do the further research in their domain. Because to get degree in 4 to 5 years, we are only overcoming only certain objectives in our PhD. We are not able to overcome all the objectives whatever we want to do in a PhD. So I think after that only journey starts actually. In some way you are right, but I don't completely agree, but it is fine.
Exactly. My one thing is, ma'am, when you start participating in ResearchGate or anything like that, then you will be shocked like how good are the international research fraternity in sharing of content. That is why their visibility is more. The citations are more for them.
It's all about collaboration, sir, and it's all about giving opportunity to Indian researchers to go and do certain part of the research internationally, so they will understand their own capabilities and levels, that where they stand in the research domain.
Exactly. To get into the international domain, you should have the web presence now. That is why you have to be active in the research networking tool and say that how productive you are from the research angle.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So there is one more question. Is H index, does it depend on the topic we choose for research? If we do research on rare topic, then will it be read or cited by many people?
Why
the
not?
question is asked by Samina Aswi.
Sure, definitely. One thing is now see, for example, it depends upon the age of a particular subject. If you consider age of a computer science or any information science subject, the age of the recent domain is 1.5 years. It is means 18 months. If you consider age of age in the history or any art and literature domain, it remains for 60 years. Even today, Shakespeare is very much relevant today. Many research is going about Shakespeare, but in the computer science domain, it is for every 18 months the subject gets renewed. It is almost like your phone, mobile phone. The mobile phone which you have purchased around 1.5 years is pretty old today. Okay, so you have to purchase the new model. In the same way, the age of the fact, it depends upon the age of the subject. If I know the age to which domain you belong, I can say the age of that particular subject.
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask if there is any other question because we will be soon winding up.
One of the participant has asked, is H index and impact is the same, sir? It is Ananda Nayaka from SG. Okay, Mr. Ananda Nayaka, no, these two are entirely different. As I told you, H index is for the individual and institution. Impact factor is for the journal. Okay. Another by name Shraddha Mehta Mahendra has asked, visibility of research paper is fine, but when it comes to practical implementation of making useful contributions to it, where is the scientific community? I think I have answered this. I think is the same content. Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, it is Nikhil Patel, sir. Yes, it is PMI ProQuest. You can register and you can definitely add your thesis. Is H index depends upon the topic we choose for the yes, if it is recent, it will be have more visibility. And if we do research on a rare topic, yes, I have answered that. Yes, I'm a student of doing VLAC and willing to do MLAC. May I get suggestions regarding further studies on the comic topic or any other? Definitely, you can contact either Karunakar sir or myself. Definitely, we would love to have another librarian added to our community, and definitely most welcome.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you, sir. If there's any other question, we would like to
ask
one question.
Yes. Could you please be quick on that?
Myself Nagesh.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Nagesh,
how to increase the visibility of article which is published in conference proceedings?
Yeah. First and foremost, like how do you share your presence? Like for example, yesterday you have attended a conference. How do you tell to the world that you have attended the conference?
Because it is published in conference proceedings, and the people who are
about yourself. About yourself. Yesterday you would have delivered a talk in a conference.
Okay.
Okay. How do you say to the world, look, I have delivered a talk yesterday in a conference?
Maybe in social media, I can use it. I can share it, the things.
Exactly.
And in Google Scholar also, there is an option that we can have the metadata in Google Scholar, just adding the details of the article which is published in
Exactly.
proceedings.
Perfectly.
But
see, for example, usually what we do, we share the photograph of you are delivering talk through WhatsApp and through Facebook. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In the same way, once you publish an article, you write the abstract in not more than 2-3 sentences, and along with the abstract, you give a link, hyperlink to the access the article, along with your photograph, post it in the Facebook. So those who are very much interested to read the article, to know about the article, what they do, they will definitely click on that hyperlink, access the article, and give the citation.
Is there any platform to watch the entire article?
Yes, the entire article you can share it in ResearchGate, and all the ResearchGate is the most popular one for conference articles and patents.
Because I couldn't find in Google Scholar. Only we can have the
exactly. Google Scholar is very good in indexing.
Okay.
Indexing. Please please register yourself in ResearchGate.
Okay.
ResearchGate is the best tool.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, we'll be closing in soon. So for the rest of the questions, please send it in. We'll answer it by mail, and we'll be sending the feedback form to everyone. We'll be emailing the feedback form. After which, once we get the feedback form, we'll be sending the certificates, the e-certificates. Sir, lastly, I would like to request L.S. Manjunath sir to give the vote of thanks. He is the Assistant Professor of Physics in Government Women's College, Hunsur. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's my privilege to do vote of thanks of this national level webinar. First of all, I thank Dr. Sunil M.V., a resource person of this national level seminar. He is a librarian of Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatha Institute of Management and Development. On behalf of our Government Women's College, I thank you very much, Sunil sir. Thank you, sir. In the same way, I thank our beloved principal, Jnana Prakash sir, Government Women's College, Hunsuru. Thank you very much, sir. And especially I thank for Karunakarian, the librarian of our college, Government Women's College, who has hosted this program and made the program as a grand success. Thank you, Karunakar. Thank you very much. In the same way, I thank the technical moderator, Srinivas R., Assistant Professor of Commerce. Thank you, Srinivas. And Dr. Deepu Kumar, IQAC Coordinator of our college, Government Women's College. Thank you, Deepu. And I thank all the participants who has participated in the program and made the program a grand success. And lastly, I thank all the colleagues who have supported the program as a grand success. Thank you very much, sir.
I would like to thank Manjunath sir on behalf of giving vote of thanks to all the participants. Thanks one and all. Please don't worry about the e-certificates. E-certificates will be sent to all the participants through email and the group which we have created as a webinar 01 and webinar 02. And please, sir, Sunil sir, please share your PPT so that I can share that to all the participants. It was a very informative session, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you. Thank all the participants. I'll wind up the sessions. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Karunakar, just a minute, Karunakar. Sorry, I have technical moderator Divya Kamala, Assistant Professor of our Assistant History Department, Government Women's College, Hunsuru. Thank you very much, madam. In the same way, Pratibha Jennifer, as well as Sambujakshi of our college. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.